the comments here. The first one from random user about is Doc leaving the Sixers? And this has been a topic I think people have wanted to discuss and hear about for a long time now, obviously. I think I wrote about this first starting in March about the thought that Doc Rivers would, in theory, be a top candidate that the Los Angeles Lakers would be interested in if he did ultimately become available. But I mean, the Sixers company line that I continue to hear is that they are not looking to move on from Doc Rivers, and that Doc is not looking to move on from them. Now, there are definitely people around the league who don't buy that, who think that Doc would prefer to be in LA, where he can golf and where he can be a figure in the city that he lived in for so long and go to all the restaurants where he knows the managers and the head chefs and all that type of stuff, and play golf year round. But at this point, everything I've heard seems to be trending in the direction of Doc being the Sixers head coach. I could have this mistaken, but I do believe him and Daryl Morey are scheduled to speak together to the media this afternoon. So, I mean, that's a pretty clear, at least public move to show that Doc is the guy, at least in the interim here. It's also a $24 million question where he's got $8 million guaranteed for the next 3 years of his deal. And something that I don't believe that the Sixers ownership group, which immediately parachuted down after Doc was let go in Los Angeles from the Clippers in 2020 and threw him that hefty contract. I don't think that's a $24 million pill that they are so willing to swallow. I'd be curious to hear from John's perspective once we are able to get him on here. But then again, could he be willing to go to the Sixers and walk away from that money and get something a little bit less from the Lakers in order to have that lifestyle that people in the league say he does prefer? Certainly possible. But at this stage, I am operating under the assumption that Doc Rivers is going to be the head coach still of the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, the next question we've got in the comments, speaking about the Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers Nation.